We have 1 or 2 tents that people can go to for food all the time. I mean, we look after ourselves the best we can. But our problem is we're fighting the elements because it's wintertime and it is cold. It is damn cold. We're fighting the city because every time I turn around, the city wants to throw us out of here. If the mayor would work with us far enough to just get off us for a little bit, we'd be fine. They got us pushed here and we got nowhere else to go. So what am I hoping for Monday? I'm hoping they change their mind, because we ain't got nowhere to go. We ain't got no choice but to stand. Everything I got in the world, I'm 51 years old. I was in the Marine Corps for a few years. All I got's in that tent right over there. That's everything I own. And I'm not gonna have somebody come through here and push me to where I have to leave half of it because it's all essential. Without it, I'm gonna freeze to death and starve to death. And I'm too fat for that. Yes.
So the last few sweeps have up to like 15 cop cars come through. I don't know if you were aware of that, but like, how does that make you feel? Like, there's been a lot of cops coming.
How does that make me feel? Makes me wish that they would spend that money on something else. Like resources to help us. Like the porta potties to help us. The sanitation, the washing, just straight help us instead of spending that money for 15 officers to come down here and tell me I gotta leave my stuff. You pushed me to where there is nothing else. There's a drop off here. How much money does that cost you to chase me around for a year? What could that money be used for? We got a big old water tank down there that somebody just gave us and donated to us, and they come by and fill that thing every week. But then I got an officer over here telling me that I got to tow over the line, and that just cost me $150. Just have him come up and say it. Why can't you use that money to do something else? We got to go somewhere. We're not just going to disappear. We're off. We're outside, out of mind out here. There's other camps doing what they're doing, and welcome to it. But out here, we police ourselves, we take care of ourselves, we do the best we can. And why not help us out a little bit? I mean, I'm not talking about going to the store and buying a truckload of groceries or something. I'm talking about climbing up off of this for a little bit so we can actually breathe and survive and have the basic right to rest at night. Is that too much to ask? No. You had me scared for a minute.
What are your, you mentioned a little bit how, in your opinion, this is a safe outdoor space. Can you talk about your opinion about the city's outdoor space that they're going to be opening?
I haven't seen it and I haven't heard a lot about it, so I can't comment, but I do know one thing. Every night, we have people walking the perimeter of this block, making sure that the people here are safe. There has not been one female molested here anywhere. And if it is, we get them out and we turn them over to the authorities because they don't belong here. Everybody that comes here knows we look after ourselves. We feed ourselves, we feed those who don't have it. Every bit of extra gear we got goes to somebody who just got here that doesn't have anything. And we take care of ourselves like that with what we don't have and with what we barely have. I don't know what their plan is, but it's got to be better than pushing us out of here. At one time I heard about a plan to make this a camp. This street right here was supposed to be camp, split up into 10-foot squares. There's a 10-foot square. What happened to that idea? We had access to resources and all of that. My wallet got stolen last year. My ID, my food stamp card, all of that. I can't get away from here long enough to go up and find out where I can get an ID and the food stamp card. And if I do, I'm chasing all over town looking for it. If this was a camp, the resources should be here, boom, go to the people, boom, done, handled.
I know the camp that was gonna be here was only gonna be for about 60 people, and they were gonna have pretty strict rules. I think that's with like all of the safe outdoor spaces, but
Yeah, most
I think
of them
the
are.
other one is 30 people as a maximum capacity.
You're taking rules that govern indoor people and making outdoor people follow them. I've got PTSD. I can't go into Crossroads because when I start to lose it and the walls start closing in, then I say, hey, I got to step outside for a minute before something bad happens, and they tell me, you step out, you're done, you're out of here. How the hell is that helping me? They would rather me stay in there and lose it, knock somebody out, rather than take 10 minutes outside, take a deep breath, come back in, we're good. You can't take English rules and apply it to Americans because it doesn't work. You can't take indoor rules and apply them to outdoor people. I've been out here 3 years. I'm not an indoor animal anymore. I had to learn to be an outdoor animal. Jeez, Natalie's all quiet and shit, just looking at me.
What's your first and last name, Wolf? You just go by Wolf?
Wolf.
Wolf, okay.
My name is Julian Begay.
Can you spell your last
But
name?
because I still have family, my name's Wolf. Begaye.
But if you want to go by Wolf, then just tell them Wolf.
Yeah.
You can go to where
Just
whatever.
please, Wolf.
Sure.
I've got family in Utah that they are what they are. If you don't put the E on the end of Begay, it makes it a whole nother family, and they hate me anyway.
So just use Wolf. He wants to go by Wolf.
I mean, I've got children in this town, in Denver, who are under 15. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
How can
If you
folks
please.
support on Monday, the sweep coming on Monday? Like people like this that are showing up. What would you ask?
All right,
folks
this
to
right
do?
here showing up. I've seen this happen before. We did this at Jurassic Park when I was at Jurassic Park before I got pushed over here. We had people come out. We had the press come out. We were doing interviews. There was people up there. The officers came in. They were there about a half hour and went, we ain't doing it, and left. And we got to stay. They did not sweep us. If we have enough support from the community, and the community believes in this camp enough to show up and tell them and let them know, then we may not have to move to nowhere. And that's the best thing I can tell you. I mean, I'm glad for y'all to come out here today. I figure this is just a practice run for what's going to happen Monday. But unless they get sneaky and come in and sweep us at 3 o'clock in the morning like they tried to do. But with community support, the community realizes and accepts us as part of the community, then they won't make us go anywhere. These people who don't have a place to go won't have to go anywhere. And they can start working their way back up into those houses. But in order to do that, we have to have a base. We have to have some place to start from. And boys and girls, this is it. We are up against it. It is either go back up into the houses and work our way back, or we are done. And that is the reality of the situation. Sorry, it sounds like that's too much time in the Marine Corps. Okay. Whoops. I'm already ready for Monday. Monday ain't even here yet. My age, I'll be worn out by the time it gets here. All right. Thank y'all for coming, and
Thank you.
thank y'all for your support. If y'all have any last minute questions, fire away. Other than that, let's mingle and talk to people. Get used to them and find out that we ain't so different from each other. Yes?